Hello, dear future product managers. My name is Mr. Kingsford Amkwansadonko, and I will be your tutor for this exciting journey here at AC Academy on product management. So, this is week 1, session 1 of the program, and by the time you are done, you know what a product is, you know what product manager actually does, you know where you might fit in this exciting journey. Yes, so let's kickstart. We do not have much time. All right, so there are 5 sections for this day, and very, very brief and understandable ones. We are going to pick and start from the very beginning. We are going to start with what a product is and move on to what product management is, then move on to the roles and responsibilities of a product manager. Then we find out the types of product managers and where you might fit in. So be keeping an eye on these types and choose and pick which one calls out for you. Then last but not least, we are going to spend a day in the life of a product manager. So by the end of this, you should be able to explain clearly to anyone actually that asks you, even that one person at a family gathering who keeps asking you what you are studying. Yes, that one, that uncle of yours. Yes. All right, so let's start. Chapter 1, what is a product? So we are going to keep it very simple. Yes, a product is anything that solves a problem or fulfills a need for a user. Simple as that. Anything that solves a problem or fulfills a need for a user. Simple as that. So products come in 3 forms. They come in the physical forms, which include our tablets we use, our phones we use, blenders, all these physical structures we see that help us in our day-to-day lives, that solve problems. Yes, that is a physical product for you. And then we move on to service products. Yeah, service like products. These products come in form of service. They serve you as a person. For example, Netflix subscription, YouTube subscription, a gym subscription. Yes, all those subscriptions you could ever think of, those are service like products. Then we move on to digital products. These are apps, websites, platforms, SaaS tools. And Spotify is an example. Google Map is a digital product. Even that app you downloaded once and use for 3 times is also a digital product. Someone actually built that. A product manager made decisions about it, interesting decisions, questionable ones too, of course. That is why you use it for 3 times and you didn't use it again. Yes. So in this course, we are going to be focusing on digital products. Physical and service-like ones are not going to be used. Product manager focuses on digital products. All right. So that is what a product is, and we are going to use digital products in this very course we are treating. So we move on to our second chapter. What is product management? Here is our working definition for that, and I want you to be actually attentive on this one, and I want you to actually sit with this one. Yes, product management is the practice of guiding a product from an idea to reality. That is basically what product management is. It doesn't end there though, and continuously improving it by understanding users, defining priorities, and working with cross-functional teams to build solutions that create real value. That is what product management is. Quite lengthy, but it sums up what product management altogether is. So this means the product manager figures out what to build and why it matters for it to be built, and makes sure the right people build it. Yes, they make sure the right people build it without losing their minds, of course. Yes, the without losing their mind part is aspirational. They aspire not to. All right, so think of the product manager as a bridge between user needs, business goals, and what the engineering team So what the engineering team can actually build in real life. Yes. So you don't write the code as a product manager. You don't design the screens as a product manager. You lead in between all this. Yes. And without you, nothing ships. Yes. So you have to memorize these three words to understand the user and his or her problems and complications. You define priorities and measure strategies to put in place to be able to solve this problem, and you deliver actual values, real life values, like real values to the user as a solution. Yes, so the UDD, you understand, you define, and you deliver. All right. So on our third chapter, we are going to have to look at the roles and responsibilities of a product manager. There are 6 core responsibilities, and we are going to go through them quickly. The first on our list is user research. That is where we product managers talk to our users. We listen to them. We actually listen, not just nod while planning our next meal mentally. Yes, we get to understand their pain, their habits. We get to understand what frustrates them. We sympathize with them. Yes, and that is a very key role as a product manager. Yes, because it is literally where great product starts. For you to make a great product, you must understand the problem at hand. Yes. Second on our list is strategy and vision. So this is where we product managers, we set the direction of everything. We decide what we are building and why we are building it. And if the team doesn't know where you're actually heading to, you actually get lost. And that is why it is important to have a strategy and vision. Yes. So you set the direction straight, and you decide what you are building and why you are building it. Yes. Third on our list is road mapping. This is where we plan what to build, in what order, and when we want to build it. Yes, yes. So you can't build a product at once. Yes, you can't build everything at once. You need a roadmap. You need to plan what you are building and when you are building it. So the when is very important. You have a timeline for everything and make sure it is in order. Yes, and that is road mapping for you, and it is your role as a product manager. All right. So the fourth is stakeholder management. This is where you communicate. Yes, you constantly communicate. You keep engineering, design, and marketing all aligned. Yes, your leadership is very, very important as a product manager. You have to make sure everything is maintained accordingly, and this means a lot of meetings. Yes, and it never gets old, but you get used to it. Yeah. Fifth on our list is metrics and KPIs, and this is where we track whether your product is actually working. Yes, the product is supposed to solve a particular problem, and so metrics and KPIs ensure that you test whether the product is actually solving the problem you meant it to solve. Yes, that is metrics and KPIs. And sometimes we product managers are tempted to trust our guts and move on to whatever we are doing. We want everything to be fast and quick, but then the irony of the matter is that guts always lie. Sometimes, let me say, guts sometimes lie, and data always what says the truth. Data is fact, and so we would need to test and see whether the product actually is working for ourselves, because seeing is believing. Yes, yes. And so that is it for metrics and KPIs. That is where you get to observe whether the product actually is solving what problem you want it to solve. Then sixth is the product launch. This is where we coordinate the go live. This is where we launch the product, and something will break at launch. It always does. When launching a product, something always does break at launch, and you have to just stay composed. So composure is one very, very important feature product manager has to possess. When launching a product, there will be certainly something that happens or a little tweak in plans, and as a product manager you have to stay calm and you have to pretend that you plan for it, although you didn't pretend, but then you stay composed and find measures to fix the problem very quickly. Yes, so that is it for the product manager's role and responsibilities. Very, very easy responsibilities. Yes, not so easy, but yes, very easy. Yes, then we move on to our fourth chapter for the day, which is the types of product managers we have. So not all product managers do the same job. And here are the four main types of product managers. You have to find yourself in one of these. Yes, we have the B2B product managers. These people build for businesses. Yes, they build for businesses like Salesforce, Slack, HubSpot. Yes, name them. So your users are office workers solving workflow platforms and problems. And these types of product managers are more structured and have less viral pressure. Everything is kind of scheduled, so once you are done and dusted, you can wait for your next fixture and work. These are unlike the B2C product managers who build for everyday consumers. So the second on our list is B2C product managers. Products like Spotify, Uber, Instagram. Yes, these are the kinds of products that the product managers manage. You are competing for attention with these types of products. Yes, you are competing for attention with cat videos. It is fun. It is high stakes. It is never boring. Yes, you are always on the move. Yes, and third on the list is platform product managers. These people manage the back end infrastructure. Someone might ask, what is back end? Back end is actually the end of a product where only managers see. Yes, only admins see. These are literally database for product owners. Yes, and the platform product managers are the ones that manage these backend infrastructure, like Stripe, AWS, Twilio. Yes, so these kinds of products, when making them, nobody actually uploads at launch. You are literally invisible, but everything falls apart without you. We usually call these kinds of product managers the unsung heroes. Yes, so if you're a chorister and you like to sing here, you are going to be unsung. Yes. All right. The fourth on our list is good product managers. Yes, these people are obsessed with acquisition. These people like conversion and retention. Yes, so they literally live in the dashboards. Yes, they run A/B tests for fun. Yes, and as I'm speaking, they probably have 34 tabs open right now. Yes, of data actually. Yes, so these are the types of product managers, and I hope you find which one or which type speaks to you. Yes, I really hope so that you find which one interests you. All right, so the last and final chapter for the day: a day in the life of a product manager. A day in the life of a product manager. So let's walk through a day in the life of a product manager, a real day. And fair warning to you, this day moves really fast. Yes, you're going to spend a whole day in about 2 minutes. All right, so at 9 a.m., let's say the product manager will have a daily stand-up, and this is a 5-minute sync with engineering team. They ask questions like, what's done, what's next, and do we have any blockers? So they ask progress of the project they are working on. So what is done so far? That is the question they will ask. And what is next to do? And then they move on to where are we stuck at? If we are stuck somewhere, where are we stuck at? What is our blockade? Or what problem do you have at hand this very moment? This is a very short and focused meeting. It's a 5 minute something, not like a Monday morning therapy session. No, it's very short and brief, very, very short. A 5 minute thing, that is all. And at 10 a.m., we will have a user interview. This is a 30 minutes call with our users. Yes, we will spend 30 minutes on a call just listening to what frustrates the user, where they are stuck, and all that. Yes. So you get to listen to users yapping to you all about what worries them, what burdens them, what frustrates them. Yes, and this is good only if you actually pay attention. When you listen to them, you get to enjoy every part of this. You get to be able to sympathize with them and understand their problems, and hence find possible solutions to their problems quick and fast. So at 11:30 a.m., we will have our roadmap review. That is where we prioritize our next sprint. So this is about features of the product. Yes, some features are necessary, some are just luxurious. So this is the roadmap review. Responsibility of ours is to figure out which one is necessary and core for solving our problem at hand, other than luxurious stuff. Yes, so the luxurious stuff can get to be featured in other versions of the product, but in the very, very first version of the product, we need to prioritize the necessary ones first. So some features make the cut, some don't, and some of our stakeholders will definitely push back and want luxurious features done there and there. But then it is your job to be able to stand your grounds and prioritize the necessary ones first. Products can be updated anytime at all. Yes, other interesting features can be added, but in the first days and first solutions of the problem, we need to prioritize what actually we want to solve and the features needed for it. That is possibly, or that is practically, roadmap review. Then 2 p.m. we have our design and feedback session. That is where we meet with the UX designers and review Figma mockups. Yes, so UX designers are user experience designers. We will get there shortly. We will treat Figma itself and UX UI. You have a glimpse of it, and so you understand what we talk about here. So the design feedback reviews Figma mockups with the user designer. So they ask questions like, does this flow work for the user? So this flow is like, you have a screen, you have an e-commerce app, and when you click on an item to buy it, like to add to a cart, whenever you click on that add to a cart button, it actually adds something to a cart. So that is what a user experience is when using that product. That is literally what a user experience is, what the user experience while using the app or the product. So I think that is for design feedback. Then we move on to 3:30 p.m. where we have our metrics check, and this is where we open the dashboard and to check whether the numbers are all right. Are they moving or they are diminishing? So if they are not giving any positive trail, we wear our CID codes and get into investigation mode. We lock in and find out why the numbers are decreasing. We will get there, we will have an example, and you will know how it is like. Then 4:30 p.m. we have our stakeholder update. That is where we have our end of day report submitted to the leadership. So we see the leadership and we discuss with them what has shipped, what is next to come, and what we've learned from what we have done so far. So that is where we speak out. We tell them, let them know what problems we are facing while trying to solve the problem. Yes, no surprises, just as transparency. Yes, right. So that is a day in the life of a product manager. And no 2 days are identical. Yes, the variety is exactly why this role is exciting, and also why product managers have a strong relationship with coffee. Yes, we like coffee because, yes, you know what coffee is used for. All right, so that is literally the 5 chapters I had for you today, and I hope you enjoyed it. Before we wrap up today's lessons, here are the 5 things I want stuck in your head. A product solves real problem for a user. So in this course, we are focusing on digital products, so they solve a real problem for a real user. That is what a product does. Product managers also are supposed to decide what to build and why to build it. That is simple as that. That is what a product manager is supposed to do. Third on our list is the product manager is a bridge between users, business, and tech. Yes, you can't outsource that. So the product manager is what holds together users, business, and tech. Yes, the product manager listens to the cries of users and makes a plan about how to solve these problems and translates them onto the tech guys for them to make everything happen with his leadership. Yes, that is what a product manager is. Then fourth is the types of product managers. The B2B, B2C, the platform and growth. There are 4 types, yes. And one will feel like home. So find that one. And yes, that will be your journey. Fifth is a product manager's day varies and is dynamic. A product manager's day isn't a one-way day, not like bankers who know what they're going to do each and every day. Each day in our lives as product managers vary. If you love variety, then you are in the right place. Yes. All right. So that is what I want you to have inside your head and tattooed on your souls. These are very important factors that I have mentioned here. And we move on to the next chapter, which is where most of you love very much. I present to you week 1 assignment. Yes, your assignment for this week. You write your personal mission as a product manager. So you're going to write a personal mission statement. So you're going to write what problem you want to solve as a product manager and why it all matters to you. Yes. So just few words. You're not going to be, there is nothing like wrong over here. Just find something, talk about it. That's all. I just want to see how best you can write. Yes. So the best product managers actually aren't just skilled. They are driven by something. So I want to see that ambition in you. I want to see that drive of passion in you. I want to see the inspiration in you. Yes. Yes. So this is one step away from figuring out what that something is for you. That is why I'm asking you to do this. So don't overthink. Just write something down for me. Yes. All right. So with that, we wrap up session 1, and you now know more about product management than you did 30 minutes ago, which means this works. Yes, this is progress. In session 2, you get into a product manager inside a team who does what, how product managers work with designers, engineers, and marketers, and why everyone secretly thinks the product manager has an easier job until they have to do it themselves. All right. So before then, rewatch if needed, start the assignment. And if you are not in the community group, please do well to join the community group, the WhatsApp group. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm Kingsford and Ponsa Donko, your tutor for this program. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you in session 2. Go grab some water because you deserve it. All right. Ciao to you all.